Vincent, and I'm Tom Sheffield sitting in for Tom Schnall. How you doing, Woody?
I'm doing great.
So how many people do you know have a checking or savings account?
Everybody.
That's right. Now, if you could refer people to a new financial institution that would pay you every time your referrals deposited money, would you want to know about it?
I would.
How would you like to get paid up to 5.5% for every deposit your referrals made?
Holy mackerel, I'll take it.
And how about it not costing you a penny to participate in the program?
I'm in.
All right. So our next guest is Joe Norman from KB Gold. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing outstanding today.
So this is really an exciting opportunity for people to get involved in the precious metals. And tell us more about it.
Well, I guess to frame the presentation, I always like to take people back in time to October, November, December of 2008, and that's the period of time that is still kind of fresh in everyone's mind because over $10.8 trillion of asset value was lost, whether it be from real estate or equities. And since that time, most people have only recovered only a fraction of what they once had. And the question is, do you think it could happen again? And if you think it could, what plans are you making to protect your assets? And as you know, gold and silver has been in the news and has been in the news and will continue to be in the news because financial experts are advising their clients to have at least 5 to as much as 20% of their assets in gold and silver in this volatile world economy. So that ushers in the KB vision with the KB group, and they are a company that has the first and only private global monetary exchange system where their customers and their clients can actually exchange fiat paper currency for gold and silver bullion. Everywhere you turn, you see ads telling people to exchange their gold for cash, and my opinion of that is it's another case of the rich buying for pennies on the dollar from people that are strapped for cash. And with KB's program, they're doing just the opposite. They're encouraging people to exchange their cash for gold.
And the nice thing about this is you're actually eliminating the middleman and allowing people to buy quantities of gold as small as half a gram, right?
Well, absolutely. The interesting aspect of this program is that, A, it's not new. It's been going on. KB is a 17-year-old company. They've been offering this program in Central Europe for 3 years. There's now thousands of locations over in Europe that are accepting these KB bullions as currency for goods and services.
And actually, KB does their own mining and refining. Is that correct?
Yeah, the interesting aspect of this company, they own 23 different companies, the KB Group, and they just decided a few years ago that, of course, they keep their fingers on the pulse of the world economy as well as the European economy, and they just decided to start acquiring assets in the gold and silver industry, and a gold mine became available a few years ago, and they bought it. A refinery became available a few months after that. They acquired that, and suddenly they owned and controlled these two impressive assets, and the only thing that was lacking at that point was a distribution model, and they just decided to spin off another company and use the people that are financially intelligent, educated, with the importance of owning at least a portion of your portfolio in gold and silver, and empowering them and educating them to plug into the program and share it with other people.
Okay, and this is an opportunity for folks to sit there and start building up that recommendation of at least 5 to 20% of their assets into gold and silver. But also, there's another aspect of it as far as being an affiliate, correct?
Yeah, they do have an affiliate program. It's optional, of course, and we know there's a lot of people out there that with portfolios, maybe senior seasoned citizens that they don't want to be bothered by building any kind of a business at this point in their career. But there are a lot of people out there because of the economy, whether they had a history in the banking industry, the real estate, the construction industry, or maybe the auto industry that have lost their jobs. And these are very good quality people that are professionally trained. They just can't seem to find a way that they can replace or even increase their income. So this program is very appealing for those people, and as you said, there's no cost to get involved. The only thing someone needs to do is just get registered with the company as an affiliate or as a depositor and a customer, or you could do both.
Now, I did get affected by the economic crises back in '08. Really tapped into my reserves, my 401k, my Roth, everything else, and did get hurt pretty bad on my financial situation. The real estate market, my house, I ended up being upside down on that. And I sat here and was talking with a good friend of mine, and he was looking into this company, KB Gold. His name's John Jameson, and he said, Tom, this is a way to help protect the future of your life, your retirement, and all of that. And I took a lot of time researching it and looking at the reports and the recommendations from experts in Europe. And I signed up, Woody. This is a good deal.
It's a fascinating deal.
Yeah, and like I said, it doesn't cost anything. You can sit there and actually take and put small amounts of money every month if you want to build up that gold deposit in a Swiss bank. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I like that idea. Now, the bank holds the gold, or can you take physical possession of the gold, Joe?
It's not. What happens is this works just like any online bank account. Whether people are familiar with a Schwab account or an E-Trade or whatever, same thing. You set up an account. You own, manage, and control it electronically on the internet, just like you would any other online banking situation. And then once you set your account up, then the next step is to fund your account. And it's optional, just like it is with any other bank. And what they're encouraging you to do is exchange fiat paper currency for gold and silver. When you do that through your account, then you will have an interactive option. What do you want them to do with the bullion that you just acquired? You can have them store it, which they will. And once you do make a purchase, they transfer your bullion to the vaults that they share with the Central Bank of Switzerland in St. Gothard, Massiv, Switzerland. And that's the same bank that the Swiss government and the Swiss Central Bank stores their bullion, which when we verified that fact alone, as far as credibility, is very impressive. And if this company wasn't what they presented themselves to be, do you think the Swiss government would be sharing the same vaults with them in St. Gothard Massiv? Absolutely not. So you can choose to store your bullion there, or you can take delivery, of part of your purchase and the rest store over there. And by the way, they do store their bullion for all their clients at no cost also.
What do you think, Wood?
I think it's a fascinating deal. I mean, are you guys the only guys doing this? I mean, or did you initiate this
company,
program?
When this first came across my desk last summer, we did quite a bit of due diligence, and actually we even sent. We have a colleague of ours that's an international business consultant, and I mean, we were probably 90 to 95% across the bridge of belief with this thing. We just thought, this sounds too good to be true. We've got to get someone over there that we know and can trust, and can look at this thing from an objective standpoint. And we did that, and Steve was over there for about 8 days. And not only did he tour the headquarters in Munich, Germany, but also the IT headquarters in Stuttgart. Then they took him to the refinery and the gold mines, and of course no one can get near the vaults in Switzerland, but did verify that it exists, and it is true that they do have vault storage in the same facility.
Yeah, and Woody, I did a lot of research on it, like I said. I even went to some of the sites that kbvision.com had referred, and some of them were in German. And so I brought up Google Chrome and translated the websites and read through it, the history and everything. And I'm very skeptical on what I am doing to try to recover from the economic crisis. And this is one that I signed up for. And it's a good opportunity. It doesn't cost anything to get involved. And like I said, you can sit there and buy a small amount of gold, a half a gram, and actually set up a account to where you're sitting there putting in, say, $50, $65 a month. And before you know it, the savings account, you got a pile of gold.
Well, I'll tell you, I always talk about that 100-ounce ingot that I have sitting on my desk that I paid $500 for, and now it's worth $3,400. So